Welcome to another Everything You Wanted to Know in Real Estate and We're Afraid to Ask. And as a continuation of the series of last week, we are going to discuss a little bit the issues that someone will encounter if he decides to become a landlord. So today we are going to discuss a little bit what are the requirements of a tenant. Obviously the tenant must pay his rent on time, and if he doesn't pay his rent on time, then he's subject to penalties. He might be subject to eviction. So obviously the best thing to do is make sure that the rent gets paid on time. If for some reason there is some difficulties paying rent, he should definitely speak to the landlord immediately, try to resolve the situation, try to come to some kind of a negotiation. The landlord does have the right to start proceedings if the rent is not paid at the due date. However, the people are flexible and they understand, but you have to be very open and forthcoming. As far as the tenant, you are entitled to what's called quiet occupancy, and the landlord is not allowed, does not have the right to knock on your door and do inspections of their property whenever they want. By no means you as a tenant have the right to tell the owner you are not allowed to come and look in and see what's going on. However, if the landlord does need to get in, he would have to give a 60-day notice, let's say for repairs or whatever the situation is. But bear in mind that you have responsibilities. You have to maintain your rental property in very good condition, and also in case or when you decide to move on to another property, you are required by law, regardless of the fact that you have an expired contract or not, or expired lease, you have to go and give your landlord a 60-day notice that you're moving out. This in brief are the issues between landlords and tenants, and as I mentioned always, make sure that if you have questions, speak to your lawyer or any other professional in the field and try to clarify your concerns. Thank you.